Hey guys, morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, whatever time it is you're watching this video. I'm going to tell you right now, for me, it's 11 degrees, so my thermometer inside my truck says. The wind out there is blowing off the lake. It is March 27th or 8th, I don't know, sometime towards the end of March. And the wind chill factor here on the job site I'm working on is roughly 5 to 10 below zero, 40 plus degrees below the freezing mark, and it's brutal. It's not fun. The inside of the job that I'm working on is an old farmhouse. All the windows are out. There's just plastic here and there. It's miserable. It's not fun. I'm miserable. So I started thinking about how I'm treating my brothers here, and the carpenters and stuff. And I'm not loving on them real well today. I didn't eat a whole lot for breakfast. I'm a little hangry. I'm a little cold. It's Monday morning. And so as I started to think about how I was treating these fellers here, I started thinking about, how Jesus Christ would treat them. And I started thinking about how in Mark 12, 31, 32, 33, somewhere in there, and the Pharisees are like, hey, Jesus, what, they're trying to catch him, right? This is what they always try to do. They try to catch him in saying something that would be taken as blasphemy or would go against the commandments of God. And of course, Jesus never falls into their traps. So when they ask him, what is the greatest commandment, and Jesus flat out says, "O Israel, O Lord, love your God, love the God, the only God," is what he's saying. The God of Israel, the God of the Jews, the God of that created everything, our loving Father in heaven, he's saying, first and foremost, love your God, right? And then I think he says in that same chapter here, try to read this real quick, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. That's everything that you are. Those 4 or 5 different adjectives to describe the different parts of your body is everything that you are. You love your God. But then he says the second is this, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. There is no other commandment greater than these. This is what Jesus is saying back to the Pharisees and whomever's listening. So I started kind of considering, if I was able to do that and love these guys, these carpenters here, the plumbers in general, they're just plumbers, like I said before, they just want to put all their stuff right where I want to be. They move my can lights out of the way. They're really frustrating people. They go and put their face where I put my butt. That's the good thing about being an electrician, and is I don't have to fix toilets. I use them. Plumbers get to fix them. Anyways, so I said, am I loving these people well? And and I started looking at the way Jesus treated different people that I would have never been able to give the time of day. I probably wouldn't have been able to be kind to them. I wouldn't have been able to show them any grace. I wouldn't have shown them any mercy. And I wouldn't have been able to show them any love. And yet Jesus Christ has shown through the Bible all kinds of different examples. And I'm just going to couple here that I could think of off the top of my head. First of all, Judas. He's one of his disciples. He knows he's going to, hand him over to the Roman soldiers so that he can, die a miserable death, be treated like, an absolute Cretan. Prior to that, they're going to whip him, they're going to beat him, they're going to scourge him, they're going to put the crowns of thorn over him. He's going to have to drag his own cross through the streets because Judas is going to hand him over to the very people who are going to do that. And yet Jesus loves him. You can read all through the different portions of the New Testament, and Jesus loved Judas. It didn't matter what was going to do. It didn't even matter after it happened. And so then, even taking that one step farther, as he's been, these very people that have, dealt with him harshly, and he is now on the cross, these Roman soldiers, he cries out to God, and he says, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And this is his, he loves these very people that hung him on the cross, the guys that are hanging next to him, the thieves and the robbers. It says the people of this world, that are what we would consider, the ones that spend most of their lives in jail for various crimes against humanity. That's who's hanging next to him. And one of them repents. He realizes who's hanging next to him. And Jesus, says, basically gives him, forgives his sins right then and there. And he ends up with his spot in heaven. He's still eternally in heaven. This man that hung next to him some, couple thousand years later, we know beyond a shadow of doubt that that man was saved in that moment because Jesus loved him. And you know, if he loves the very soldiers who hung him on the cross, man, I know he loves me, even though I don't deserve it. And he has shown me his love, he has shown me his grace, and then he has shown me his mercy for the things what I don't deserve. What I do deserve is death, but he's shown me mercy. What I do deserve is to be, you know, probably, you know, homeless, without a family, broke, living on the streets is where or dead, rotting in hell. I hate to say it, but that's probably where I deserve to go for what I've done against God, the people who love me, the people who've always been there for me. Every which one of them, you know, I pour gasoline on almost every one of those relationships, and I torched them. Yet Jesus Christ has loved me unconditionally, shown me his love, shown me his mercy, and then he showed me his favor, and here I am. I stand, you know, redeemed, sanctified, and I am overcome those things of this world, and I'm back with my wife and my kids. I got a relationship with God. I'm so thankful for where I am now here on earth and what Jesus Christ has done for me. I have it's a testament of his love that it's unbelievable. So I want to say to you, you know, to everyone today, first of all, no matter what you've done, no matter where you've been, no matter who who you have come across in this world, it doesn't matter. Jesus Christ loves you, and he is looking to, you know, show you the exact same mercies that he showed me. Second of all is who is around us and how we treat them. The plumbers, the carpenters, the people around us who do us wrong, you know, how are we treating them? Are we showing them the same kind of love, the same kind of grace, the same kind of mercy that God has shown us, that Jesus Christ has shown us? Y'all, I gotta get going. I got my help. He's looking to he's just standing around with his hands in his pant pockets here. So I gotta get back to work. You know, guys, go ahead and send me a comment what you need me to pray for. Please subscribe. And I just want to tell you guys, keep the faith. Y'all have a blessed day.